Julian, was there one specific moment you can point to in your life that made you think, I want to be a professional tennis player and take this seriously?
Uh, I would. That's a good question. I wouldn't say there was a particular moment. I'd say my mind kind of got opened up. I was very lucky to meet Peter Clark, who was an Aussie Irish guy that was coaching in Westwood Clontarf in the squads. And one day, I was staying over at his house because to save me traveling up and down from Carlow, and I was in transition year at the time. Had just finished a junior cert, and he asked me the question, "What would you like? What do you think you're going to do after school?" And I suppose at the time I had no real idea, but you've done transition year, you've done the work experience. I did work experience, and I'd done quite well in the junior cert, like almost got all A's, and I felt like a lot of people during the work experience, they categorize you. They always ask you, how did you do? They categorize you and they say, oh, you'll probably do something like medicine or dentistry, or law. And I was like, so I just said, I'd maybe like to be a doctor to him. And he's like, that's great, and then he asked me maybe a few minutes later, what would you actually like to do if money or nothing had nothing to do with it?
Yeah.
And I said, my passion for tennis was really growing at the time, even though I'd only been playing a couple of years, and I said I'd love to play tennis. And he said, well, why can't you? And I was like, looked at him like, is this guy taking a mick? And I just thought like, well, I've only been playing a couple of years.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, if you look at it the way you're basically like a 10-year-old playing, and he's like, imagine the improvements you could make now, like if you just look at it, because most people start playing at like 8, 9, 7 years of age, usually younger days. So I was like, this guy has a point, put me in a different perspective. So maybe that's the moment where my mind got opened up, I think, to maybe thinking tennis a little bit more seriously than just juniors and stuff.